Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. It's your deadbeat uncle Eli, and today I'm in the building with the deadbeat director himself, Simon.
Man, you already know what time it is. Let's go.
Yes. You know what time it is, man. It's Wisdom Wednesday coming to you live from the DFB studio himself. And today we'll have a quote from the Tea Master. Let's see what that quote is. It says, spiritual practices develop your spirit. Mental practices develop your mind. Physical practices develop your body. All these practices are necessary to develop as a human. Yeah, let me sip tea.
Yeah, we gotta sip some tea on that one. All right. So we see that there's schools of thought out there in the spiritual realm, area that, they focus on cultivating the spirit and, raising the human qualities in many different cultures, many different sectors, and they call it by many different names.
Yes.
But it's all spiritual practice, and it's meant to cultivate the human spirit, to raise their morality, their ethics, and and get them to connect with a source greater than their physical self, right? Here on earth. We similarly and simultaneously, we see schools of thought and arenas, universities and such that focus on mental development. They study, get degrees, get accolades, get all these different things, and become the smartest person in the room, right?
Yes.
With the exclusion of any spiritual practices or any of the such, right? And we see that, and we give credence to those. And simultaneously, we also see, schools of thought, or schools of practices, the gyms and social clubs and competitive organizations that focus on physical development and the physical strength, stamina, endurance, and all of that, and just the whole mechanism of a person for their just nothing other than performance, right? And that's the primary focus, right? And we've seen all of these get packaged up and sold to every and any one individual that's trying to find themselves, that's trying to level up, that's trying to evolve, that's trying to whatever, fill in a blank. And, as we took a look at all of that, we're like, wait a minute, all of these are codependent on the other. Like you can't, you can't have one of these without the other, because all of these encompass and incorporate what we classify and call a living human being. That's literally like if you take a car or anything that have multiple parts and say, well, you know what? I'm only going to make sure that I have really good tires and good rims. I'm going to neglect the engine.
Good luck with that.
Exactly. Good luck with that.
Yes.
Or, I'm going to rebuild this thing and, and I'm going to make sure that the engine and everything is good, remodel it, tires are all good, and then you put the wrong type of gas in it, right? Or neglect to put, a good high grade gas that can maintain the operation of the vehicle. So, same concept, you cannot neglect and deny any one part of the human being if you're talking about development and evolution. It just, I don't foresee how that's possible.
Man, that right there is everything, especially like you said, all these practices, and all these practices are just like individual, right? Instead of realizing that, look, man, as a human, for you to develop, you need all these three practices.
That's right.
And guess what, man? At DFB, we don't even neglect any part, man. We develop all three parts.
That's right.
And if you're trying to wonder how, listen to our podcast and just check our website, right?
That's right.
And what's the website again?
DeadlyFitBodies.com.
Oh yes, you already know. You already know, man. Again, man, coming to you live from the DFB studio, all right, with the Wisdom Wednesday quote. Again, your DFB Uncle Eli and the DFB Director himself, Sire. Like we always used to do, we'll leave you with three words: desire, faith, and believe. Out. Make sure to subscribe and like our podcast.